Oh snap! I want to make a horror game about the recent MrBeast drama.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
All you need to know about Lunchly is they took the cult classic Lunchable kid meals and YouTuberified it. Let me just, Feastables, Prime, Electrolyte.
400 milligrams of electrolytes, my God!
Their whole promo, they spent dogging on their competitor.
Bro, that's trash. Not biased at all.
And it completely backfired. It was horrific. So I'm gonna turn this nightmare into a nightmare that you can play. Think Poppy Playtime, but with Feastables, Prime, and the only way you can escape is by scavenging your own Lunchly ingredients, making your own, and then eating it. If you get what I'm saying. Let's get started with a blank project and model my first mascot that'll chase you around the map. See, these mascot horror games have these terrifying characters that really should not be scary. I mean, they should really not be scary, and yet they are. So for one of our mascots, I wanted to make him Prime themed. Bro, something about his face right here, bro. It's just like, that's how I feel when I drink Prime. Like, so I started off by remodeling the Prime bottle from scratch. Well, that was easy. Very, very simple. Now we're gonna add arms to it, legs, and a face. Oh, we're on to something. I'm cooking right now. I know what you're thinking. You're gonna get sued, 12th. You're using Prime's brand.
2 steps ahead.
Forget Prime, meet Peak. This is Peak right here. All right, texture done. Texture done, yo. I sure do hope that get out of jail free card was valid because I finished the mascot and oh boy. Bro, what did I just create? What the frick?
He copied my whole flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
It looks very similar to Prime. Like, even the ridge. Like, come on, guy. Brother has just copied our homework. It's
That sounds kind of familiar, don't it?
Brother has just copied our homework.
I absolutely loved how Peak turned out, so now it was time to model Treatables. Inspired by a specific chocolate brand, Hershey's or Feastables, we'll never know, but the idea was for him to have super long limbs so that when he sprints at you in the game, it just looks absolutely terrifying. And this one got a bit of an upgrade because I made actually good textures, and I went through a bunch of different revisions until I was happy with this one. Maybe I went a little too far.
I don't normally do intros like this, but I'm currently descending hundreds of feet.
Yo, I'm actually sorry. I'm just doing this. I'm having fun with this, all right? I don't mean any ill will. It's a joke. So I made the third and final mascot. Face, look. If you couldn't tell, he's inspired by the meal itself, and he's the main mascot. He's the one that you really gotta avoid. His name is Lunchy, and his smile is absolutely terrifying. Just so I don't make any more enemies in this video, I just have to shout out Mock Studios for creating the face. I straight up stole that thing off Sketchfab and made it my own, so thank you, bro. It's literally perfect. All right, here we go. This will be a long day. Unreal Engine 5. Now that I've essentially done game development backwards, it's time to actually make this into a game. So with a blank project, I got an asset pack for a factory since I want the game to take place in the Lunchy factory. And with the base camp setup, I wanted to get the hardest challenge out of the way first, which is making the AI that chases you around the map, but then when you're not seen, they just lurk around. Did I mention this is my first game ever too? I've spent the last year of my life making rendered concepts of games, but they're not playable. And people have called me out on that. This is my time to shine.
And now if we just get to the third person photo, blueprints into the third person character, go over to the viewport.
Oh, slow down, champ, slow down.
5 hours later.
And then I'll get a little closer. Where he at? He runs so fast, bro. Bro, he's dumb. He's actually dumb. I know I made it look way too easy, and that's just because it makes me feel better when it looks like it was easy. But in reality, that whole process took half a day watching tutorials, breaking my neck in the process, trying to copy everything, and then realizing I can just pay $10. I can skip my McDonald's meal for the day and pay a beautiful human being that has already done the hard work. And it's way better than anything I'm gonna do. And then having to get the mascots imported with the correct animations to then work with the thing that I just bought. Well, how do people figure this out? Like, how does someone just figure this out. Like, what the frick does try get pawn owner mean? What in the pawn shop? Oh, and then I can't forget the jump scare trigger. So, you know, when the mascot finally reaches you, it triggers the jump scare that I haven't even made yet. Game development is harder than I thought, all right? I can't afford for this to not work. But this was so rewarding. When I finally got it to work, I didn't know what to do with myself. It was just incredible. With that set up, it was time to actually start introducing the gameplay mechanics. And this is the part that MrBeast and the gang are going to love. But real quick, if you want to learn and get that same satisfaction, the sponsor of today's video, Brilliant, is the place to go. Brilliant has thousands of interactive lessons from programming to math to data analysis, you name it. Brilliant is designed to teach with a hands-on problem-solving approach, so that way you learn by actually doing. By interacting with what are essentially little games and puzzles, you learn actual problem-solving skills, and this method is just way more effective. And I just appreciate that because the typical format of memorization and reading a whole entire page is so exhausting. Yes, sir! Their creative coding course is the perfect example of how you should learn. They give you this drag and drop editor so you can start tinkering with programs on day one. It's so simplified and easy, but it really equips your brain with the tools to think like a programmer. And they've even got a mobile app, so no matter where you are, if you've got a few minutes, you can hop in, learn something actually useful as opposed to the alternative. You guys can give Brilliant a try for a free 30 days if you guys use this link right here or this QR code. And you'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Thank you, Brilliant. The problem is we have no gameplay mechanics and it's just a demo right now. So to make this a fully fledged game that'll get their attention, let's add a model of our Lunchy brand featuring a peak bottle, treatables, ham and cheese. Once again, this is Lunch E. So I got it imported into our game and the idea is you grab each ingredient hidden around the map. You bring it back to craft your own meal and repeat until it's complete. Kobe. Oh, yo! But no Minecraft movie crafting logic here because I set it up to where only the correct combination works. And then in the final game, if you're lost, the graph is right in front of you. So we have the purpose of the game, the mascots that chase you around while you do it. Now we just need some levels that are actually scary because this is not a banger. And I know bang. You know me, huh? Just hanging around, huh? Three days later, I absolutely locked in and I did a bit more than just level design. Yeah, the game's basically done now, so get your popcorn. Here's what I cooked up. We've got the peak energy warehouse where you have to scavenge peak crates, stack them on top of each other to gather the peak bottle.
Audio Jungle.
The peak crates that you use to parkour totally aren't buggy at all. So you guys are good. You got scared, ran back and
Bro, is something moving back there?
It was at this moment.
That's a good one.
You said that's a good one?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah! I guess this is a good time to mention that I added jump scares for all three of our mascots. It was a headache to figure out, and I just have to say this was the closest I ever came to crashing out on this project, but they all turned out so good. No, break the crates! And if you heard that beautiful sound design, some of it was recorded by me, myself. Hey man, I'm gonna give you $500. Hey man, you wanna play? Do. That is terrifying. And if you're wondering how I went from not knowing how to do anything to then adding all these cool mechanics like physics-based objects, doors, the flashlight, I'm using this incredible add-on called Horror Engine, and it's basically the ultimate starter pack when you're making a horror game. It's been a huge help since I'm really learning as I go with Unreal Engine, and it's just got really simple ways to make triggers and stuff so I can add my spooky events.
Hi, how are you?
And then for the final level down that creepy hallway, I built the Treatables office space where you can find the Treatables bar to complete your meal. I really wanted to give this one like a liminal back rooms kind of vibe. So let me know if I succeeded on that or not. I did make these lockers that you can hide in to escape the treatable running you down because, bro, leave me alone, bro. Go in. He's pretty fast. You game developers have my respect. I underestimated how much goes into making a game that's even this small, which is why there was a pretty big progress gap in the video, but you didn't miss much. Something I'm not used to was explaining the story.
All right,
that's a wrap on production for today.
How do you even play the game? And I saved all this to the end, like an idiot. You've got to make menus, bug test, dial in the navigation paths for the AI, otherwise they get stuck. But now, I'm hooked. I absolutely love this game. It's not perfect, but it's my first game. And if you guys want to check it out, I would love to hear you guys' feedback. You guys can download it by clicking the itch.io link in the description. See the page I made for it, click download. It's free, and then unzip it and run it like any other game. Tag me in the footage that you post. I want to see if it's even scary. But yeah, it's free. Love you guys.
Super affordable. Go get it. Try. Oh, God.